They are at the start of their journey, they think outside the box, and they often come up with bright ideas. Their projects are innovative, they are a new generation of business people, and their distinguishing features are creativity and enthusiasm. This is the world of startups, the program about IT developers and the industry of startups.
Hello and welcome to the world of startups. I'm Serhii Kakishev, and today we talk about art and creativity. There is no nation without their cultural heritage. But what kind of contributions to this heritage can be made with the help of technology? Watch on this edition. Kazakhstani art as an instrument for investing is investing into art in fashion in Kazakhstan. Project House 54, the most unusual place to exhibit craftsmen's works in Almaty. 2014 is a year of a widespread application of 3D printing around the world, and Kazakhstan is not an exception. Business and Kazakhstani art. How attractive is it to invest into local artists' works? While Kazakhstani business people are hesitant about it, Western gallery owners and art experts are taking more and more interest in Central Asian artists' paintings, particularly in Kazakhstani painters' works. Find out about the dynamics of the contemporary art market in the market feature. In Kazakhstan, we observe a new wave of contemporary art and painters who will soon determine the further development of Kazakhstani contemporary art, say experts. But it's too early to talk about active formation of the market. There is no tradition nor practice of collecting and consuming art in the country. This gap has been easily filled with a growing interest in Kazakhstani artists' products from the members of the world community. This region is generally unknown to the West, to America. There have been 2 Christie's auctions by now, where there were the works of our artists. They were considered quite successful. This is the evidence about the potential of our market's development. Today, the average price for our painters' work is from 1,000 to 5,000 euros. The paintings by popular artists may cost up to 30,000 euros, but selling paintings for this price is extremely rare for the Central Asian region. Therefore, only a few choose to do this job. Well-known Kazakhstani artist Serhii Buksikov says that in order to be a successful artist, one should acquire other traits relating to art as well. Without the necessary skills in the field of PR, marketing, advertising, or, for example, the strategic understanding of the product, I wouldn't recommend to work in the sphere of art. As for the prospects of the development of the local art market, experts are optimistic. If the new generation of artists continues their formation and development in the future, we will have more reasons to talk about more active investments into Kazakhstani art. As you can see, the people are willing to participate, both painters and visitors. Perhaps 2,000 euros invested into a painting today will turn to 200,000 or even 2 million euros in 10 years. There are no reports about annual revenues in the market of works of art in Kazakhstan. Nevertheless, judging from the number of festivals and exhibitions held every year in major cities of the country, we can talk about a growing demand for valuable paintings in Kazakhstan. This means this sector of economy has good potential for investments. Craftsmen from Almaty now have a unique place of their own for realizing their creative ideas. Project House 54 has united artists from different fields of art under one roof. The project participants say there hasn't been such a place here before. Having got used to crowded shopping malls, visitors to the place find it unusual and attractive. So what is House 54 that has recently opened like? Find out in the news.
Узнаем в рубрике «News».
Welcome to the entrance of our house. A few years ago, entrepreneur Gaziz Walikhan bought his first apartment in this house. Today, he owns the whole entrance of apartments. He is now thinking of buying a neighboring one. All the apartments he possesses, he lets out for rent to craftsmen and designers residing in Almaty as workshops and studios.
Так таковой идеи не было. создать что-то.
It was all spontaneous. I didn't plan it, but we all like it. All the tenants of this house are my friends and acquaintances.
Здесь находятся все, кто арендует, все они мои хорошие знакомые.
Gaziz says that the money that he gets from the rent goes to the development of the house. Some apartments were purchased through mortgages and loans. The project hasn't brought incomes yet, but he doesn't think it's the most important thing.
Они окупятся потом, лет через 10.
They will pay off later, maybe in 10 to 20 years. Probably I'm doing investing in a wrong way, but I enjoy what I'm doing.
Не очень правильно, но зато это приносит удовольствие.
There are 9 apartments to let in the entrance. The premises are rented for an average commercial price. One apartment may be rented by several people or companies. This unusual approach is to many renters' liking. The creative atmosphere in House 54 is conducive to new ideas and experience exchange. Aziz Abdulmajidov makes handmade furniture and rents some space along with other fellows from the Sheber workshop. He's been occupying the apartment since January this year. Here we enjoy creative atmosphere where we experiment. We realize our ideas as well. For example, on floor 3 there's the Cloud9 shop. Everything that's created there becomes an item for sale, and there are always customers wishing to buy it. Another lessee of House 54 is Timur Aktayev. His company produces handmade leather diaries and notebooks whose average price is $50. His fellows say they have the creative atmosphere and the concept of the space, mostly thanks to Timur. This project was basically told by intuition. People come here not through advertising, but through other people. A lot of people wanted to work with us, but we either didn't have enough space or there were some other reasons we couldn't let them do this. Gaziz Walikhan isn't considering Project House 54 as his main source of income. He owns a restaurant for a living, but he liked the idea to create a creative cluster in Kazakhstan, and in the future he hopes to buy out the whole house. Even now there are a lot of people wishing to rent the space in it. Despite the fact that the idea of 3D printing is not new, the technology was created in the 1980s, it has been applied widely only recently. What made it difficult for designers and engineers to use it in the earlier years, and how 3D printing is applied in Kazakhstan? Find out in the trends. Market of 3D printing is emerging, which in the near future may change the technology of manufacturing. The base of the 3D printing is layer-by-layer production of hard material in accordance with the design. Unlike conventional printing on paper, 3D printers create three-dimensional physical objects. 3D printing allows to create prototypes of models at a relatively low cost. For example, the models of buildings or prototypes of design things or industrial design items. 3D technology was invented in the 1980s, but has been actively used only since this year. This is explained by the expiring of the key patents for the most advanced and functional 3D printers. This gave the green light to many manufacturers and boosted competition in this sphere. We're expecting a company that will offer printers with the laser melting technology at a much lower price. Alim Selibayev is one of the first in Kazakhstan to offer 3D printing services. He says many companies include buying 3D printers in their budgets for their own production. They are mostly architect and engineering companies, as well as designing agencies. Well, that's all for now. Leave your suggestions and comments on our pages on vk.com and Facebook. I'm Serik Akishev. See you next time on Kazakh TV.